What's up, guys? EvilHammer6 here, and today I'm going to bring you a great new RuneScape KKing FC. And basically, me and my friend Tanya, that used to co-own Let's KK, if you guys remember that name, it was one of the first KKing videos I posted here on my YouTube. We decided that we're going to basically reopen that. Obviously, we do not have that same name for the FC, but there aren't a lot of CoinShare FCs out there for masses. We're not going to do as big of masses as we used to. We're only going to make them 8 to around 13-man teams. So not like 20-man instances, because you don't get a great CoinShare split when you get a dry gore drop. But with 8 to 13-man teams, at the max you get about 2.5 to 3 mil for the low end, and about 8 to 10 mil for the high end for a 13-man team for a split. So that's great. Basically, the forms are here. It's under Let's KK. I'll put the form quick find code in the description. Basically, it's going to be basically the same as we used to have. The only new edit that we really did is to the armors and such, because they've released new stuff. So for your regular requirements, you have to have 180 plus combat, extremes or overload potions, which by now a lot of people should be able to have that. You can use bunyip, unicorn, pack-yak, and I need to edit this because it needs to also say war tortoise pouches, because they are now unaggressive, so you can bring those if you'd like. For meleeers, we're going to allow all 3 combat styles. So for meleeers, you have to have Tetsu all the way down to Bandos, and then pneumatic gloves all the way down to Bandos, steadfast all the way down to Bandos, and then all those rings, basically anything normal, but basically the armor Tetsu to Bandos you guys can have, and only dry gores for weapons for melees. For the magicians, we have a little bit more fluctuation. You can have all the way up to from tectonic down to subjugation. And that includes Sea Singers and Virtus as well. And then for weapons, you can have your seismics, which a lot of people don't have, but we still allow them, of course. Virtus, Wand and Book, or a Chaotic Staff. We're not going to allow the ABS for the time being, because a lot of people that we used to KK with took a lot of time when we required the Chaotic Staff back then to still have it, and we feel like you guys should be able to get a Chaotic Staff. It's not that hard. Especially you guys can do solo dungeons even now. Take a maximum of 2, 3, 4 hours, and a lot of people put the time into it. So we feel that you should, if you're going to have that weak of a weapon. Virtus is only about right now. I think it's sitting at about 160 mil for the Wand and Book. So either you can spend some time doing the dungeoneering or get a lot of money. Sorry guys, it's just what we allow. And then Blood Barrage, we're going to allow Blood Barrage and Fire Surge. Blood Barrage is the main thing that we'd really like you to use, but if you don't want to spend the money and get some blood runes, go ahead and buy. You can bring Fire Surge. For ranging, we're only going to allow very specific stuff, and that's going to be the new Serenic Power Armor or the Pernix Armor. You can only wear those 2. We are not going to allow the Port Armor for that. And you have to have the dual Ascension crossbows with Ascension bolts. That is because of the fact that he spawns in melee phase, and range is not really that great unless you are in the other 2 phases. So you have to have a switch for KKing to switch phases in order for it to be very effective. So that's why we're only allowing power armor along with the dual ascensions, which is the level 90. No Zarite bow and no Royal crossbow. You guys are if you are doing mage, or if you're doing melee, feel free to bring a range switch. I do not mind you guys bringing range switches. That's allowed. I just don't want you using it on anything other than mage phase, unless you have your dual ascensions with your power armor. The rules are simple. I'm not going to explain all of them. You guys can read them. The main one I'm going to bring up is no stun or bleed abilities. And there's a list of them. So if you don't know if it's a stun or bleed, we have it on the list for every single magical one that you could ever figure out is on here. We want you to stay potted at all times, because it makes the kill a lot faster, and it decreases the mage phases that come through. Also, if you guys, I feel free to come in FC, but make sure you sit off the world that we are KKing on. We don't have a set world right now. We've been KKing on 79, but that's also another big FC's world, so we may move off of it if we find problems. But don't sit on the same world that we are KKing on if you're going to be idle and AFK. Here are the banned abilities. I'll go through them real quick. For attack, backhand, barge, balance strike, overpower, slaughter, massacre, and meteor strike. The ones that are not bleeds or stuns on there are ultimates that I don't like and don't do a lot of damage. I'd rather you use berserk if you're going to use melee. For strength, kick, destroy, frenzy, dismember, destroy, and pulverize. And then for magic, we do cut a lot back on magic, but you can still do a lot with dual wields. Asphyxiate, impact, tsunami, combust, omnipower, and sunshine. And then for range, we don't want you using binding shot, death's witness, or dead shot because it is a bleed. And then basically for the ranking system, we have a lot of old players and people that I know. If I remember you, you will probably get a permanent ad or already have a permanent ad. And that's just because I know you're good at KKing. I played this game quite a bit, so I've met a lot of people. So, and then also we will give out ranks for tanks, normal provokers, and heal vokers. Prefer you to learn how to heal voke and not just normal voke, but we have a rank for it nonetheless. Also, we do really need tanks. So if you know how to tank, it's good. You can also use a shield tanking. We don't frown upon that. You can do just as much damage with the shield as you can with an offhand. So if you can't afford 2 Drygors, get 1 Drygor and a shield and come and tank. We have very good vokers. I already have a lot ranked that I knew previously, so we have a lot of heal vokers. And what that means is whenever you turn green, that heal voker is going to use his ability, the heal other spell and heal you back up to full health. So you get free food basically from him. And he does it not just then. Whenever he uses the barricade ability, like if a magic phase comes, he'll use barricade and start healing everyone in the team. As well as soon as I buy my dual ascensions plus my range on my Pernix armor, I will be bringing heal other spells as well. I'm going to try to get heal all spell from Lunars and be able to do DD spells, heal all spells at the end, where everyone will get healed at the end of the phase. That way we can all keep our adrenaline and make the kill even faster. The only other thing I'm going to mention is, if people actually watched this video this far, the one thing I will mention is you can use stuns, but only use them during mage phase. And the only reason why I say that is because stuns do have some tendency to make KKing change phases. Now, this isn't a guarantee that he will change the phase when people stun him. There's just a chance. So we don't want you using it on other phases because I'd rather have him in range or melee phase. But if he's on mage phase, feel free to stun that motherfucker because he's going to send out balls after us, and those things hurt. And I'd rather him be in another phase or stunned. When he does get stunned, he stops sending out balls so everyone can attack him. And that's very helpful as well. It also makes him dig more and run. That's why we do not allow it on the other phases, because it's a waste of people's adrenaline and moving around and overloads. It makes the kill longer. That's basically all. To sum it up, guys, come join us. It's Let's KKing, Let's Space KKing, and we do have adders. We have about 4 adders currently, so we're not going to be completely 24/7 right at the beginning because we still need to get some more faces in there. But come on in, show your face, and if we after about a week, we're going to start giving out permanent ads. So if you're in there for a week and we see you're active, we'll give out a permanent ad, and then you won't have to worry about getting added again. And if you are more active than that, and you're a good voker or something, we will think about giving you a higher rank and see if you're interested in becoming an adder or such, because we are looking for them. So if you're dedicated and we know you, or if you're like, hey, there's Evil Hammer with his KK gang, come on, join us. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoy. I'll be posting some videos. Hopefully I'll be able to get a split, or at least a screenshot of the first split we get in the FC, and I'll post a video over that. So see you guys later. Evil Hammer out.